Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Time, October 25, 1921 America, New York. Tesla's market value tops $1 trillion after Hertz orders 100,000 electric cars. Detroit. Hertz announced Monday that it will buy 100,000 electric vehicles from Tesla, one of the largest purchases of battery-powered cars in history and the latest evidence of the nation's increasing commitment to EV technology.
BBC News World. October 25, 1910 America, New York. Can Lego help save Singapore's coral reefs? Scientists in Singapore are using the popular building block in an effort to rejuvenate its reefs.
October 25, 1903 America, New York. CDC moves large European country to its highest level of COVID-19 travel risk. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has added just one new location to its list of very high-risk travel destinations this week. October 25, 1853 America, New York. Joe Biden has again refused to assert executive privilege over documents the former president has sought to keep away from January 6 investigators. President Joe Biden has once again refused to assert executive privilege over more documents that former President Donald Trump has sought to keep out of the hands of the committee investigating the January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol.
New York Times World News. October 25, 1842 America, New York. Sudan's military seizes power, casting democratic transition into chaos. Civilian and military leaders were supposed to share power after a popular uprising in 2019 overthrew a decades-long dictatorship. On Monday, the military detained the civilian prime minister. Protesters burning tires in Khartoum, the capital of Sudan, after the military detained civilian leaders on Monday.
October 25, 1830 America, New York. Analysis: the sneaky biggest issue of the 2022 election. For all the talk of COVID-19 and President Joe Biden's domestic agenda, there's an issue that may well wind up being more powerful to sway voters next November than any other: inflation.
Time, October 25, 1822 America, New York. What the Facebook whistleblower did to the company's stock in 6 weeks. Facebook's stock price has been diving since the Wall Street Journal first published initial reports from whistleblower Frances Haugen on September 13. As of Monday's close, the company's shares are down nearly 13%.
New York Times World News. October 25, 1817 America, New York. Egypt's leader ends state of emergency, says it's no longer needed. The move by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi theoretically rolls back sweeping powers the government wielded in the name of fighting terrorism. But critics called it a cosmetic change. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi of Egypt last year.
October 25, 1815 America, New York. Biden administration expected to name GOP official who challenged Trump's lies to key election security role. The Biden administration is expected to name Kim Wyman, a Republican Secretary of State who challenged former President Donald Trump's false claims of election fraud, to lead the Department of Homeland Security's efforts to protect future elections from foreign and domestic interference, multiple people familiar with the matter tell CNN. October 25, 1812 America, New York. Curb Your Enthusiasms. Larry David is selling a new show to Netflix. Larry David has spent the last 21 years working for HBO. But in the world of Curb Your Enthusiasm, even Larry David is selling a show to Netflix. October 25, 1806 America, New York. Here's how Democrats want to tax billionaires' capital gains. Racing to find alternate ways to pay for their massive budget reconciliation package, congressional Democrats are now targeting the wealth of the very richest Americans. October 25, 1800 America, New York. Police say there are multiple reports of injuries after reports of shots fired at mall in Boise. 6 people, including a police officer, were injured Monday when shots were reportedly fired at an Idaho mall, according to tweets from the Boise Police Department. October 25, 1754 America, New York. John Wayne Gacy victim identified through DNA from tooth. Francis Wayne Alexander's remains were found more than 40 years ago in the crawlspace of infamous serial killer John Wayne Gacy's home. October 25, 1746 America, New York. The National Weather Service warns of rapidly developing East Coast storm. A Miami private school that came under scrutiny for its COVID-19 protocols has reversed course, saying students will not have to quarantine at home 30 days after receiving a COVID-19 vaccine.
Time: October 25, 1744, America, New York. U.S. judge rules Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos should have legal rights. The offspring of hippos once owned by Colombian drug kingpin Pablo Escobar can be recognized as people or interested persons with legal rights in the U.S. following a federal court order.
October 25, 1740, America, New York. CEO Mark Zuckerberg responds to the massive Facebook document dump. Analysis: Wall Street sends a clear message to Facebook. Harrowing documents are major blow to Facebook. Watch. Fact checker calls the person who sent him a death threat. October 25, 1728, America, New York. Senator Joe Manchin, whose vote is essential to passing the president's agenda, offered his most optimistic take yet that a deal could be reached imminently. Senator Joe Manchin, who for months has called for a pause in talks over President Joe Biden's social safety net package, on Monday offered his most optimistic assessment yet that a deal could be reached imminently, as soon as this week. October 25, 1727, America, New York. Police say there are multiple reports of injuries after reports of shots fired at mall in Boise. 6 people, including a police officer, were injured Monday when shots were reportedly fired at an Idaho mall, according to tweets from the Boise Police Department. October 25, 1715, America, New York. Trump endorsed Herschel Walker, Max Miller and Sean Parnell. They're now facing scrutiny over their pasts. Analysis: McConnell sent a clear message to Trump about 2022. Analysis: Trump just savaged an other American hero. October 25, 1715, America, New York. Trump endorsed Herschel Walker, Max Miller and Sean Parnell. They're now facing scrutiny over their pasts. Analysis: McConnell sent a clear message to Trump about 2022. Analysis: Trump just savaged an other American hero.
BBC News World. October 25, 1707, America, New York. COVID. Biden sets new rules as air travel to the U.S. reopens. All foreign travelers to the U.S. will be required to show proof of vaccination or a negative test.
RT World News. October 25, 1702, America, New York. U.S. pauses aid to Sudan. Threatens military coup leaders with all measures, if government not restored. The U.S. State Department has frozen $700 million in aid to Sudan, after the country's military staged a coup and arrested the civilian government. A spokesman said the U.S. is willing to use all measures to resolve the crisis.